Hello to all my dear brothers and sisters, and whoever you are, welcome to this channel. My name is Abdias, and let me remind you that I am one of Jehovah's Witnesses. Very proud to be one, and of course, I am deeply convinced that this organization truly belongs to the one true God, Jehovah. If you want to know my arguments on this subject, I refer you to videos 3, 4, and 5 of this channel. In this video, I will finish the analysis of the news item number 9 of 2021. Presented by Brother David Splain during the crisis. Because let's start the analysis right away. Brother Splain then continues his argument, I quote him, "And what about the prophecy announcing that a great crowd, which no one can count, will come out of the great tribulation? Our God has nothing in common with the Pharaoh of Egypt who wanted to wipe out an entire generation of Jehovah's worshippers. We are absolutely certain that Jehovah cares about health and the safety of his servants, and who guides us almost as if he were saying to us, 'This is the way, walk in it.' So that's good, because once again, Brother Splain is explaining to us as clearly as possible that the governing body of Jehovah's Witnesses is absolutely certain, as he says, that it is Jehovah who wants us to do it. Just like Brother Jan. He pointed this out to me in one of his comments last week. Jehovah has a message for you, brothers of the governing body. Exodus chapter 20 verse 7. You must not use the name of Jehovah your God in a worthless way, for Jehovah will not leave unpunished anyone who uses his name in a worthless way. Be patient, brothers of the governing body, Jesus is coming. Brother Splain also explains to us that it was absolutely impossible for brothers and sisters to die en masse as a result of the jab, about which we knew absolutely nothing regarding its potential dangers, because according to the prophecy in Revelation, chapter 7, verse 9, there must be a great crowd of Jehovah's worshippers living after Armageddon. Your reasoning, Brother Splain, is once again completely grotesque. And for two reasons that you know very well. Let's start with the first, with a question for you, Brother Splain. Was there a great crowd of Jehovah's Witnesses in the 2000s? Yes, good answer. How many brothers and sisters made it up? 5.6 million brothers and sisters. And today we are 8.5 million. Which means, Brother Splain, that if 2.9 million brothers and sisters are exterminated, according to the statements of the governing body, the great crowd would still continue to exist. In 1990, 4.8 million brothers and sisters. So if 3.7 million brothers and sisters were exterminated, the great crowd would still continue to exist. And finally, in 1960, 1 million brothers and sisters. So if 6.5 million brothers and sisters were exterminated, according to Vodio, a member of the governing body, the great crowd would still continue to exist. And yes, Brother Splain, your argument is grotesque. Your deceit has been exposed. You do nothing but take your brothers and sisters for fools, manipulating them and betraying their trust. The second reason, which shows your complete lack of intelligence, even cruelty, is that this great crowd of 8.5 million brothers and sisters could indeed be present. Some in wheelchairs, others with strokes, paralysis, others limping and terribly short of breath, with destroyed hearts, etc. And then you would certainly reply to us, you see how right we were. Jehovah protected his people during the pandemic. Look at the great crowd of cripples. Let everyone draw their own conclusions. The brother continues. When we embark on a path, we always try to see if Jehovah is blessing us, because we want to be sure that we are heading in the right direction. End of quote. So in the future, I will make a video titled How to Know If It's Jehovah's Hand, because in reality, it's not always easy to know. One day, I'll tell you the story of a young couple of Jehovah's Witnesses who were on vacation in our area and whom we had invited over for a meal. A couple who had prayed to Jehovah to buy a small house in a quiet place, not too far from the Kingdom Hall. They found it. It was Jehovah's hand. Exactly what they wanted. A few weeks later, after the purchase, it turned into a nightmare that was inevitable. The story was so terrible that the local TV station even came to interview the brother. That tells you something. Be careful before seeing Jehovah's hand in a matter. The brother continues. So can we say that Jehovah is blessing our efforts during this pandemic? Absolutely. It's true that the pandemic has restricted the activities of many of our brothers, especially where internet access is poor. But think about everything that has been accomplished in recent months. Many congregations are recording record attendance at meetings via video conference. End of quote. So the brother is going to present us with a series of proofs that Jehovah was blessing the decisions of the governing body during the pandemic. And he starts by citing as his first argument the record attendance at meetings via video conference. Well, I am truly sorry to say, Brother Splain, but honestly, how could it possibly be any other way? What does Jehovah have to do with that? Let me explain. Otherwise, normally, there are 100 publishers who attend a meeting in person. With video conferencing, you inevitably add to those 100 brothers and sisters the elderly who had trouble getting around, brothers and sisters who in some countries live very far from the Kingdom Hall, the sick, some non-witness family members who appreciate us and thus benefited from the program, some brothers and sisters who finished work too late but now could at least attend half the meeting, and so on. This record attendance was inevitable. Also, knowing that if we go from 100 to 101 attendees, what is that called? A record attendance. The brother continues, inactive ones are returning to Jehovah, and what great joy it is to welcome them. End of quote. So, another proof that Jehovah is blessing us. Inactive ones are returning to Jehovah. Well, yes. So what? Every day all over the world there are hundreds, even thousands of inactive ones returning to Jehovah. There's nothing particularly new about that. The brother continues. At the 2021 memorial, we had the joy of counting a total attendance of 21,367,603, a number never reached before. End of quote. So here too, I think we're largely seeing the benefits of virtual meetings that we've talked about. And then the brother goes on to give as proof that Jehovah is blessing us the fact that we have received a new publication, the book Live Forever. Personally, I don't want to minimize the work of the brothers. But during the pandemic, we weren't exactly hiding in basements, lighting candles under a rain of bombs like during World War II. Today, everything is done on a computer in a warm office. Is it really such an achievement to have finished this book? Is that really proof that God has blessed us? The brother also talks about the monthly broadcasts. Not a single one was cancelled, nor the regional convention videos, the gala program, or the annual meetings. There you have it. So the question is, to what extent did the pandemic make these tasks so complicated to accomplish that one could claim it's proof that Jehovah was blessing his organization and therefore supporting the arrangements, advice, and recommendations? I'll let you be the judge of that. Millions of businesses around the world operated completely normally during the pandemic. Was that proof that Jehovah was blessing them? Because let's not forget, please, brothers and sisters, that the entire talk by Brother Splain, as well as his so-called proofs that Jehovah is or was blessing, had only one purpose: to get us to accept the jab, which supposedly Jehovah encouraged us to take. The brother continues. All of this was possible because the Bethelites did everything they could to stay healthy. End of quote. In other words, look closely, my dear brothers and sisters, at the truly wonderful things we were able to achieve, all thanks to the jab. The brother continues. Many families wrote to thank us for explaining what precautions are being taken at the world headquarters. Why? It's simple. If you think about it, in Jehovah's organization, it's within the Bethels that the virus could spread the fastest. We live together, we work together, we eat together, and we touch the same places every day. So many brothers and sisters thought that what works for the Bethel family could also work for the family. End of quote. In reality, what is it that works so well for the Bethel family, Brother Splain? Do you have results to show us? To prove to us that physical and emotional health at Bethel is better than elsewhere? Do you have any evidence to present to us? What allows you to claim that the measures you decided to adopt work, that they bring any benefit? Today, many scientific studies tend to show the opposite. But there you have it. Brother Splain was encouraging families all over the world to do at home what they were doing at Bethel. So imagine yourself in your own home wearing a mask indoors, practicing social distancing with your parents, your children, but above all, most importantly, vaccinating every member of the family. Everyone will be free to judge Brother Splain's instructions, or rather, as he puts it, the loving and kind advice that comes from Jehovah. Never again, my dear brothers. Brothers and sisters, tell me that no pressure was put on us during the 2020 crisis. Never again, please. So, my dear friends, that's it for this second part of the analysis of current point number 9 from 2021. If you haven't watched my videos analyzing current points 7 and 8, I strongly encourage you to do so. They're in the same style as this one. For next week, I'm preparing my final analysis for you, which will be on current point number 10 by Brother Anthony Maurice. Feel free to share this video, let me know what you think in the comments, and don't hesitate to give it a thumbs up if you want, of course. On my right, you'll find the main video of this channel, and on my left, you can click on the little ball to subscribe. Thank you for listening and see you very soon.